Good morning, folks. Ian here. Sunday morning. What? Oh no, is it Sunday? No, it's Monday, the 26th. Welcome to my channel. Let me do a quick recap for my new subscribers. I'm just about 68 years old. My highest weight was 254. I'm down about 13 pounds. It's very slow. The scale is moving slow, but it's going in the right direction. And I want to do this so that it's going to be sustainable. I started on March 22nd. It took me a month to get off the carbs slowly. And for this past month, I've been in ketosis and I've been doing very well. I'm diabetic. I have back issues. I have diverticulitis flare-ups. I have skin issues. And I have quite a few more. But those are the main things. I've been walking. I'm getting stronger. And folks, sorry I didn't make that video yesterday. I told you I've been tired and I woke up at 4 and then I went down to see my sister. By the time I got home, I was exhausted. I gotta slow down. But folks, today I want to talk about 8 subtle signs that tells me I'm doing well with this low carb diet. And the first one that I've noticed, and I've had a couple of you mention it, is that my puffiness in my face is going down. Now, if I eat a lot of salt, I think it puffs up. But I eat salt. We need salt. But the puffiness in my face is going down. My hands, my fingers used to be so puffy, arthritis, but I could close them better and move them better. Now they're not perfect. I could still feel some tightness, but compared to what they were 2 months ago, they're better. They're better, and they're not as puffy. But that feels good to be able to move my hands like that. Oh, there's a rabbit over there. I can't stop for the rabbit. Sorry. Well, but even before my fingers in my face, I noticed my toes. My toes were skinny. They must have been swollen and I didn't know it, because that was one of the first things I noticed was my toes. Now I am noticing, I got out of the shower this morning and I was drying off and I must have turned the right way and I could see my back a little bit. My shoulder blades, behind my shoulder blades. I had to look twice. I said, boy, there's not as much fat back there. So that is all good feelings that I'm very, very, very happy with, because it tells me I'm on the right track. But so the next one that I want to tell you about is the joint pain that like I just said with my fingers. It's not just that. My knees. Now, a lot of you know I got the tilted pelvis and the hip problems, the back problems. But when I first started walking, I could barely walk. I was in pain. So that's all that's been helping me. It's getting stronger. The muscles around my joints are building up and giving me better support, and taking away that pain that I used to get. But I'm not 100%. I'm getting there though, slowly. All that good fat, lubricating my joints. And I think it's just going to get better and better. I might even get to the point I get rid of this limp that I have. I'm having positive thoughts about that, The carnivore diet, people have healed everything. I don't think there's anything that hasn't been healed through the carnivore diet. But we'll see if I get that far. I'd like to get to the ketovore and see how I feel from there. But now you've heard this all the time. Number 3 is the brain. The fogginess. That's helping a lot. Even whatever I do, it's helping a lot. I think a little clearer than what I used to. And I don't think as negatively. I'm having more positive thoughts and more goals and so I'm really happy with that. But I do sometimes say the wrong word. I know you guys must have noticed that some of my other videos, because I'll watch it back and I'll say that's not the word I needed to use. But that and that is a staple benefit from this low carb diet. Everybody, there's somebody over there. It's 7 o'clock in the morning. I'm glad I got my protection on me. That not many people. Well, I'm not going back there. That means I got to go down this side of the cemetery. And that means, because it's closer to the road, the outside. And that's what you do. If you don't like something, go the other way. At least until I see if he leaves. It was a single man and I don't know, he was looking around. But coming down this way, folks, means I got to climb the hill on the other side. And I actually was thinking about doing that, so here we go. We'll see if I can get up the other side. So that's a benefit. The fogginess starts to go away, and I'm noticing it. I can vouch for that. It does work. It is working. Another benefit number 4 is the bathroom habits. The bathroom habits. I'm using so much less toilet paper, folks. I hate to share all that personal information, but it's true. I used to have to go to the bathroom, if you really want to know, about at least 4 times in the morning. 4 times. And that's not happening anymore. I still might go a couple times, but it's not anything like it was. The guy didn't come out. He might just be visiting someone. But, so, you know how expensive toilet paper is. I'm saving money. I like that. My digestion is working better. I don't have all those nasty carbs in my system. That's a big plus, to have your gut start feeling better. But anyway, so that number 5 is no crashing. I'm not crashing. You know, before when I used to eat, boy, I couldn't move. I used to say that I was comatose for a long while after, till I put the next carb in. I was like in a state of freaking comatose constantly. And that's not happening to me anymore. And because I'm in ketosis, I'm not having carbs for the new people. And I'm not getting those crashes. Oh good, that guy's coming this way. I hope he goes right out the gate. See, I do pay attention, folks. You know, it's going real slow. So I do pay attention to my surroundings. I just, when something, even it probably was nothing, but good morning. See, now that guy doesn't know if I'm on live. And that, now that I think about it, there's another car that got by me. I guess people do get out here in the morning. Let me see if that guy leaves. Oh, he looked all right. I mean, I don't mean to be paranoid. Oh, some dog went doo-doo. You just gotta be aware of your surroundings when you're out, even in a cemetery. But how many times did I go around? Now this big loop, wow, I started climbing this hill and I'm doing it without even realizing it. I used to be so bad getting up this hill. Well, I am so bad. I feel it. I feel it in my right hip. Oh my goodness. Okay, so this car's all over the place. Today's Memorial Day. The heck do you expect? So the no crashing is a wonderful benefit. I'm loving it. And because I'm not crashing, I have the energy. Or because I have energy, I'm not crashing. Put it that way. Does this make 3? I think so. I'm still half asleep. I was up at 4:30 again this morning. I ordered that magnesium glycinate. It's coming today. I'll be glad to start that. Hope it works. So the energy when I'm not tired. I'm tired. I probably still have more energy now when I'm tired than I did when I got a good night's sleep and had all those carbs in my body. Those carbs used to let me sleep soundly. So even on a tired day, right now, I feel better than I did on those days when I was pigged out. I have to say that. But if I get a good night's sleep, I'm on top of the world. I was scaring myself at first because I didn't want to sit down. You know, it was the first couple of weeks and I was constantly going all day long and I thought, you know, how could I can't keep this pace up. This is not going to last. But it's your life comes back. There's things that you want to do. They're working over there. So we're going to go back down the hill here. That wasn't too bad getting up it. So, and that happens quick, folks. 2 days of having no carbs, and I would think most of you will notice it right away. Those carbs weigh us down. They make us sick. The poisons that are in them just ruins our microbiome and our guts. let's call that 3, okay? Okay, now, another thing. Now, I know I haven't lost a lot of weight, but I can pinch my skin on my arm or my leg or something, and it's loose. I see that happening. And that's a good feeling, too. I don't know if you were with me when I did that walk at the track and my pants were falling down. I loved it. I had to hold them up. So your skin gets looser. Now, I know there's a big fear, and I have it too, about getting so much loose skin and getting so many wrinkles. But I think I've come to terms with that. I am pushing 68 years old. I want to look my age, you know, and I would take a few more wrinkles 100 times faster than living the life that I've been living, or not even having a life with all those carbs. Folks, more people are coming in. I'm gonna get this walk done. I don't like that. I don't want them. If they're, I don't feel good being here when they're visiting their loved ones. Yesterday went all right with my sister and I. There were moments here and there, but we did all right. She did all right. We went to the cemetery, put flowers down. She bought a happy birthday balloon. My other brother was there too. One of 4. So, folks, skin loosening. Be aware, because that's going to happen. And you're going to have to buy new clothes. Now, I haven't started buying new clothes yet, because I can't buy clothes for every single size that I get as I go down. And most of my clothes are fine. You know, haven't lost that much that I need to buy a new wardrobe. I wish, but it will happen. And then I want to buy nice clothes. And another one is that I used to, and I still do. I'm not as good as I'm gonna be eventually. But I used to hate standing for long periods. But I seem to be able to stand a little longer. Like at the sink or at the stove. And I find myself, you know, not doing my chore and running back to my chair to rest because I'm hurting. But I find myself starting another chore and lasting longer before I have to go sit down. And that is totally awesome. You know, it used to take me a whole day to get things done. I'm getting more done as far as house cleaning. Things that I tried to put off, like keeping the floor swept and stuff, because I didn't like to bend down. It hurt. Dusting more often. You know, my house was never dirty, but it always could be cleaner. And I think it's becoming cleaner because I have more energy. And I could stand longer. And another thing is, you know, I was going to try to do 5 laps, but now I'm all messed up here. Another thing is, folks, is my mood. My mood has improved. You know, I have hope. My brain fog is gone to experience that hope and to think more about my goals and to think how much better my life is going to be as long as I'm still here on earth. I want it to be a quality of life. I don't want to just keep going downhill because of my own fault. I know we lose a lot when we age. You know, our metabolism changes. I know that all happens, but most of the suffering that I experienced was because of my own self-inflicted way of living that wasn't good for me. And I would like to go one more time up on the top. I think I could do it. I know I'm a little slow today. Well, this hill and the people, that guy, I was a little worried about him because I didn't see no one else at that time. Now I do, though. Look at the cars. But those are workers. They're workers, so I'll go one more time. And I feel a little... I usually get warmed up on my third round, but I got distracted today. Flowers. People put flowers around more so than usual. Happy Memorial Day to you folks. To those in the U.S. I'm getting. I talk with New York slang. You gotta try to decipher what I'm saying half the time. But I'm getting people from all over, and I love it. And more cars. I'm gonna go back. I don't like to be here when people are. It's a great excuse. But I gotta work out. And tomorrow I'll get a better one. But I love my new subscribers. I love the old ones. Thank you for everything. Your comments, your best wishes. And I wish all the same for all of you. I hope this year's gonna be the year that we change. It's almost half over. We gotta get on it, folks. No more time to waste. 2025. The year we become alive. Well, look at all these cars. You know, busy here. I know what's going on. I bet you they're having some kind of service in that building over there. That's what it is. I'm gonna leave. Well, folks, thanks for coming along, and thank you for everything. I know I think I'm still half asleep. I'm gonna have that magnesium today. I'll be with you again tomorrow, folks. And thank you so much. I love y'all. Bye. That's Southern. I love y'all, folks. Bye.